what's up, David? This is a quick demo video for you for your Elf Sabers Leia that I got done this morning. So you had sent this to me. You want a Proffie install, so that's what's in it. This is a 2-button setup. Your main switch is going to be this big white one, and then your auxiliary switch is right underneath it. All right, and you've got a Carl Chen PCB in here for your NeoPixel connector, and then how you get to the chassis. You just want to open the handle. A long time ago, I don't know how long ago, maybe a year or two ago, when these first came out into the market, there was one other company to offer a Leia Saber first, and then right after that was Corbanth, and they offered this one. I didn't realize it was an Elf Sabers brand at the time, but that's what it is because I recognize the saber. And the chassis that I made for it at that time, I wasn't very good with making chassis, so it was kind of rough. It was nice to be able to redesign a chassis for this guy. And that's what I did here. All right, so you got your Proffie board up here with easy access to your SD card and your micro USB. I got the Wansith sound font on here that you wanted, so that's on there. It's programmed with a green blade that you wanted. You've got a removable battery setup right here, and then this is running a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost speaker. All right, so that's what is going on here. When you put a battery in this guy, just kind of be careful with the chassis. Cradle it a little bit. Spring side over here for the negative side of your battery. Take your battery, put it in, and just very gently snap it in. Just like that. Just don't go slamming it in like that with one hand. Just kind of cradle it, put it in, you'll be good to go. And everything's good, right? We'll come over here and put the handle back on. Screw it down. Just like that. Then we can come over here and hit activation. The saber's super loud. Auxiliary. I gave you twist off like that. I'm going to use my TriStar blade to demo this guy. So you have 2 blade retention screws, and I'll show them both to you, right? The blade depth in this guy isn't the greatest. It's not the worst I've seen for thin neck sabers, but it's not the greatest in the world. But if you use both of your blade retention screws, you'll be fine. All right, so you've got one up here. If you can kind of see that, if it'll focus. You got that one right there, and then 180 degrees from that, you've got your second one. So go ahead and use both of those when locking down a blade. All right. Nice bright green. Good smooth swing. If you want blade lock up, you have to hold down the auxiliary and hit the saber at the same time. It'll be kind of tricky, but you'll get it. You see it right there. You won't see it too much on a shorter blade, like a test blade like this, but this is set up for a full-length blade. When you have blade lockup and you're holding the saber like this, your blade lockup will be out here, and as you move the saber to a position like this, it moves closer to the saber itself, right? So that's why when I was holding it like this, you could barely see the blade lock up here because it was starting to move down. Good flash on flash. There's your blade lock up right there. When you hold it here, you won't see it, right? Just like that. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll take the blade and the battery out of this guy. Everything's working on here as it should. Super loud saber. Very solid when everything is put together. Pop that out real quick and take your handle off. The chassis is held on by 2 retention screws, which you'll never mess with probably, but just so you know. If the camera will even pick it up, there's a small screw right there you can barely see. And then 180 degrees from that, there's one more flathead small screw there, and that holds this whole assembly in. Although I made this a pretty good press fit, so even without those, I don't think it would go anywhere. And then when you're done, from the positive side of the battery over here by your speaker, you can pop it out with your finger just like that. All right. And that is basically for Leia from Elf Sabers. Let me know if you got any questions. And if not, I will package this guy up and we'll get it out in the mail to you tomorrow. Okay? Thanks, man.